Gentlemen, I hope all is well. I wanted to send you this video, and kind of just show you our process and what we do for companies to get found for their niche, right? To whether you're a contractor, a roofer, a travel agency, a resort, it still works all pretty much the same. But one of the best ways to kind of just show you or give you an example of what we do for clients is I'll just take a few companies here just as examples. So let's just take this one here so you guys can see how we generate leads, we generate traffic, how many people actually have to reach your website for it to convert. So let's take actual April, because April was actually a good month for this company. Actually, almost every single month has been a good month for this company. And it just finished, right? So we're now on May 1st. So you can see here that this company this month in a small town in North Carolina called Fayetteville, we got 38,449 impressions. What this means, it just means that their business appeared 38,449 times in front of somebody. Now, what this means here, right, is that this is the people that engaged with this website. So the reality is that you're going to get found for a lot of keywords, and a lot of these keywords are not transactional keywords, right? So you want to make sure that you bring the right search volume into your website, so this way you can get engagement. And if you're able to get engagement, then you're able to get leads. And how this works would be, we have several positions on the first page of Google that we can get you on. So you'll see here that we have ads for this customer. So we have ads here. This is how many phone calls he got from his Google business profile. So that's a total of 35 there. You can see that they also requested directions. When people request directions for your location, they're really just doing research. They're not going to show up to your office to see if you can sell them something, right? They're looking for research to see if they can actually trust your website, your business, what other people are saying about you, because this would also show your reviews. And then you can see that on his website here as well. He got an additional 32 phone calls from his website. He got an additional 31 leads from his website. We also have other services like Google Guarantee for him that I won't go into now, because Google Guarantee is only for contractors. It's not for like travel agencies, so it wouldn't apply to you, right? But so how do we do it? How do we generate traffic to the website? So we are very selective with the keywords that we choose, okay? Look at this. We don't have to select, 55,000 keywords in order for us to bring traffic. We just got to go after the difficult ones. So if somebody was looking for painting or residential painting services in your city, or in this case, if somebody's looking for a cenote tour in Cancun, they're going to put those keywords. And those keywords are typically difficult keywords to rank for, because everybody's trying to get them. So, but we don't take any shortcuts. The reality is that we're going to go for those keywords, and what ends up happening, let's just say I was a commercial painter, or I'm looking for a commercial painter, or I'm looking for a residential painter, or I'm just looking to do exterior painting in my house. Somebody's going to go to Google and they're going to enter those keywords, right? They're going to put commercial painter near me. And so I mentioned Google Guarantee earlier. Google Guarantee is only for contractors, but the way we look at it is we want to see how many positions we can actually take up on the first page of Google, so this way you can get clicked on. So you can see this customer here, Gardeners, he has one here, another one here, another one here, and another one here. Just on the first 5 or 7 businesses that appear for this keyword, he takes up over 60% of the search. This is how he gets this much business in a small little town in Fayetteville. I mean, this is it, this little section right here. So we focus on only keywords that have search volume. That's really the only way that we're going to bring traffic to your website and then have it convert. Because we can get you found for just about anything. It doesn't mean that search is going to be a good search for you. I'm going to show you something else. In terms of all the keywords that we can choose, there is literally thousands of them, okay? And again, not every keyword at the very beginning of any marketing plan, it's going to be a good keyword for you. So like, give an example. There's a company called CancunAdventures.com. They advertise or they promote heavily in the United States. They spend somewhere in the round of about, $30,000 to $40,000 to appear for all these words. Now, again, you don't have to spend that kind of money to actually appear for all those words, because all those words are not necessarily going to turn into transactions. So like the word Cancun, right? You can see that they're in position 15, so they're just a little bit under the first page, and they do qualify for that keyword in the United States. So and it has a huge volume. There's 300,000 people a year looking for the word Cancun, right? And you can see the keyword difficulty right here. 84 is actually pretty high. And you can see the website or the page that they're landing these customers on. All of this can be done, okay? But the reality is it's not a very transactional keyword, because Cancun can mean anything, right? So if we go to transactional, and now we can start narrowing down really what kind of words we should be going after, right? In not only in the United States, but while they're also in Mexico. So if somebody's looking for Chichen Itza tours, right? There's about 1,900 keyword searches in the United States. And then the cool thing is that keyword is not all that difficult compared to Cancun, right? So we would want to go for this keyword, because now we know that when somebody's looking for that, guess what they're trying to do? They're trying to book something, or they're trying to learn a little bit more about the touring company that's going to give them this tour. So my team has come back and basically said, look, to start, what we should do is we should obviously get those 3 cities, and each city has different keywords, because like in Cancun, you're going to Chichen Itza, and you're not doing that in Los Cabos, right? So those 3 cities are going to have different keywords. Some of them are going to be similar, so like yacht tours and so on, but some of them are going to be the ones that have high search volume, like let's say in Cancun, and Cancun's actually going to be like our wanted to be our main focus, because there's over 3 million people that we can reach in Cancun, versus Los Cabos and Puerto Vallarta combined, there's about 1 million people that we can reach. So my team has come up with a strategy where we're going to select 21 keywords that have a high search volume, okay? And this is just one search. We have multiple companies that we've done searches with. There's another company out there that has, over 22,000 keywords and spends $53,000 in marketing for that. I mean, they appear for just about everything. When we start a marketing plan, we want to be very, very selective, especially when we're just starting out, because you want to see it working. You don't want to go and invest $50,000 to see if it works. So here's what they suggested. They suggested, look, the reality is that we can do Puerto Vallarta, and then we can do Los Cabos for $1,500 in terms of 14 keywords. If we go to 21 keywords, it would just be an additional $400. But what they also said is that rate, the rate before you start ranking, if we just go with our standard package for those 2 cities, it's going to take somewhere in the realm of about 2 to 4 months, actually really more like 3 to 4 months, before we go from 80th ranking to 45th ranking to 20th ranking, and eventually get to the first page. Or we can just do the enterprise, and that's actually what really interested me, because he's like, if we do the enterprise, we can just combine all 3 cities. We'll just need, and we'll do 2 enterprises. Cancun in itself needs an enterprise. There's 3.2 million people that we can reach in Cancun. So that we're going to need an enterprise anyway. But what they were talking about is if they want to rank faster, and to me, that's what it seems like we can actually get there a lot faster within a 60-day period, and start seeing those results if we go enterprise versus we just go with the standard. So you can choose. We go with the standard. It would be $1,500 for each city, Los Cabos and Puerto Vallarta. If you wanted 21 keywords, which I would suggest, I would definitely add those $400 for those 2 cities, so we can actually get that search volume going to your traffic. Cancun was the only different one, which was $3,000 with the enterprise. I mean, just looking at how much traffic is going to these companies from just in Cancun, and that's where the research started from. It's going to take a pretty well dialed in marketing plan to accomplish that. Or we can just do all the cities with enterprises for all of them for $7,500. And I think that's actually a pretty good plan because you're basically giving us the funding that we actually need to actually not only get you to the first place of Google, on the first page of Google, but then sustain it. Okay, because when we look at these companies, the reason why we can actually sustain it there, you can see that, you know, if they've gone from like 20th to 8th place, your competitors are going to try to kick you out. That's a guarantee. You'll see here that, you know, and this was like 2 months ago, we were in first place for this keyword, painting contractor, which is a pretty high search volume in his city, and now he's currently in 8th place. So to sustain, so getting there is part one or phase one of any marketing job, and then part two is sustaining it there, now keeping it there. And for all three cities, basically the package that we're coming up with you guys will have basically two enterprise packages combined with Cancun, Los Cabos, and Puerto Vallarta, and then you would have a total of 21 keywords in each individual city because each one has their own attractions, and the goal is just to bring traffic to your website and start seeing it convert. Once you guys start seeing it, once you guys start making money, once you guys start getting booked appointments and so on, then you're then going to want to either do more cities, right, or just expand on keywords. And because since you're already on the enterprise package, then every 7 keywords that we do would just be an additional $400. So again, we are very strategic with keywords. We do not go for weak keywords because what's the point of getting traffic that doesn't convert? So that is the idea of this video. And I wanted to just kind of show you with other customers because a lot of people say, well, you know, how do we know that what you guys do works? I'm showing you video here, house painting services in Fayetteville, North Carolina. My team is saying that they're appearing in first place. I happen to believe my team because we've been working with them for a long time. They kind of give you a snippet here, but you know, I can also just go into Google, enter the words, and then you'll see it here again. Gardeners, and then you have gardeners here, right? And so each word, like you'll notice here that he didn't appear here for Google Ads, is because this particular keyword, and I'll just show you here, this particular keyword here doesn't have a ton of search volume. And in fact, we didn't even pay for this keyword. We paid for these keywords right here, and we have something called secondary terms, meaning if you qualify and you start ranking for all these keywords, then automatically you're gonna start getting found for additional keywords because the work is already there. So that's another plus when you get 21 keywords. Just because you get 21 keywords doesn't mean we get stuck there. We will see other keywords that you start ranking for, we will start claiming them and start ranking you for that as well. So all these keywords the customer didn't pay for, but he's appearing for them as well. And then when we focus on the keywords that do have search volume, like commercial painting in his small town had somewhere in the realm of 400 searches a month. And so when we do that, we definitely want to make sure that he comes up, you know, multiple times on the first page of Google, because if you see them 4 times, more than likely you're just going to click on them, and then you're just going to send them your information, right? So you're just going to put your information in there and be done with that. So if you guys have any questions in regards to any of the tactics that we use, any of the research that we do, we're very transparent in what we do. It's just work, guys. It's just a matter of getting the work done. And the thing about it is I can sit here and say, hey, it's going to be $20,000. It wouldn't drive you any more business if I charge you $20,000 or if I just charge you what it should be, which is for us to get there within 2 to 3 months, $7,500 every month for all those 3 cities, for those keywords that have search volume. So this way we can just grow with that campaign and get to where you guys want to get to, instead of having to spend all kinds of large monies and not seeing any results still for 2 or 3 months. I can't change how quickly Google indexes things, so it's just a matter of doing the work. That's pretty much it. And I do have a very, 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 very talented team that does all this for us. So I take a lot of the credit, but I know it really does belong to my team. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. You're more than welcome to even call Gardner's Painting Services. His name is Steve. I haven't told him that you would be calling, but just know that if he's one of our clients, and we've been working with him for not even that long. I think 3 or 4 months, and we can't even get a hold of him. He's just that busy. So guys, any questions, please feel free, okay, to give us a call. Bye-bye.